Hello and welcome back to Nerddom. My name is Matt, and today we're going to be talking about the conversation around the Acolyte and its reported cancellation. And I've seen a lot of people talk about different facets, and I think people are talking in circles around each other. The first thing I'm seeing from the defenders of the show is that it was trying something new, and that something new inherently should be kept around. And that something new was quite possibly, in my opinion, a Raylo try at a bad boy, good girl turning romance type of thing. I really do think that they saw a big vocal support of the Raylo love story from the sequels that they kind of wanted to try to capitalize off of something like that. And I think that's where the Acolyte kind of came from. And they couldn't really find a spot to put it, so they put it in the High Republic. And they tried to brand it with some characters from that, series, that kind of thing. So I will say the discussion that people are having was, like I said, it's something new, so therefore it should exist. And also because of the people that are in it, it should exist. Now, while I don't really care, I really don't care what you are, who you like, any of that stuff. That's none of my business. None of my personal business is your business. That's it. And really seeing new people, other people, that's all fine and dandy. But don't you want quality? Don't you want a story that is worth to be told? So worth to be told. Don't you want characters that you can relate to, characters that you can attach to, feel for, be on their journey with, grow, change? Don't you want universal ideas that everyone can really relate to? That is a lot of stuff that I have seen out of the conversation. And it seems like I said, the one group's talking about just because it's doing something new and just because it has these people, it should exist. Versus I've seen other people talking about it was just terrible. It was just terrible. The quality was not there. The story was not there. The characters were not there. And I would definitely agree with the latter. If you saw my review, feel free to do so. There's an elongated journey through the Acolyte series posted here. But I do agree that the quality of storytelling there just was not up to par. It should not have been up to par. And for how reportedly expensive it was, you really are guessing, where did the money go? Where did the money go? It seemed like a very bare bones story to have a Raylo stand-in story and then to have the series that we got. It is very sad. And if we're talking about business, it is a balance between business and art that needs to happen. I saw, of course, in addition to all the conversation about people being unalived because they didn't watch the show or they're canceling the show. In between that, one person said Breaking Bad wouldn't last a season because of the fandom, because of stuff like this. And again, if we're looking at the comparison between the two, Acolyte is 8 episodes that cost $180 million, which is an average of like $22.5 million per episode, which we're running for 40 minutes, versus Breaking Bad's budget was $3 million per episode. Yeah. The entire season of Breaking Bad was 1 episode of The Acolyte. There needs to be a balance between art and business. And Disney, for some reason, does not like doing pilot episodes. They don't. They greenlight things without ever seeing it. A biggest example of a show that was piloted and changed was Game of Thrones. Definitely for the better. The first episode was shot, edited, showed, and then they ordered a new pilot, something new. You can actually see the remnants of this first pilot in the crypt with Ned and Robert. For some reason, Sean Bean looks different. That's because it's from the original episode. It's kind of funny. But what they were able to do was hammer out some of the more difficult points, really find the tone of the show and what it was supposed to be. And then, of course, gangbusters from then on out. Kinda. But Disney didn't do that. They gave out $180 million reportedly to this project And it's just maybe maybe because it has the Star Wars name, they thought it was going to be a sure thing. It was a safe bet. But they really should change their model. It's a business model that is going to definitely hurt them in the future. They don't know how to do TV. It's crazy that the Disney Corporation has acquired so many different TV production houses, including ABC, but they don't know how to do television. And it's very sad to see the people fighting. It's very sad to see people without a critical thought, without critiquing it, without, you don't have to take it apart. You don't have to take it apart. But there has to be something. There has to be something going on where you go, this doesn't feel right. This does not compute. This doesn't make sense. Stuff like that. There has to be one little bone in your body that is saying that sort of thing. It's mind-boggling to me that if you think the series is like high quality, if it's really good, if it's intriguing, if it's all the above. There are some thoughts, like I have some positives about the story. I have some really big positives. And I posted a rewrite as well here that talks about the parts of the story that are and can be fleshed out. But that does not happen in this series. That does not happen. We do not go down the path of the dark side. We do not learn more about the dark side. We do not learn more about what is love like, what is actual seduction like. If you want to hint at those themes, then go full bore. Go full bore. Go for it. Go into it. I think Disney, being on the Disney brand, you are kind of shunned from doing that sort of thing. Plus, it's Star Wars. That is such a big thing. If you know, they probably do not want that type of storytelling in Star Wars. Who knows? They being the Disney executives, Lucasfilm executives, they want to hint at those sort of things, but they won't let you go full bore. And I'm hoping that there is definitely a change that happens at Disney. If you want to go full mature, I mean, Andor was pretty mature. It was insinuated, it was hinted at there was some adult things happening, but then you didn't actually see it. You saw some kissing, which was good, but you saw some other things that it was hinted at things happened, and that's completely fine. But again, if you wanted to tell, like my rewrite, for example, a Bonnie and Clyde dark side pairing that is getting in the way of the real Sith and what they are trying to accomplish, then that is a story that is way more interesting to me. That is actually, you have some meat on that bone. And in the case of the Acolyte as we got it, there is no meat, there is no bone. Just kidding, there's a bone. That bone is kind of my rewrite, but whatever. But yeah, I kind of do wish that people, thought a little bit more critical when they're storytelling. And I think that the outpouring of that response would help. It would help. It would help the franchise. It would help the corporation. It would help the fandom. And that's kind of my 2 cents, quality and substance over skin deep facets of the story. That's basically all I wanted to talk about with the Acolyte. There's not much else to talk about. I know I said in my review that I wasn't going to talk about it again, and I kind of did, and I guess I kind of lied. But that was just my 2 cents, is I wish that people would look at art maybe a little bit more critically. Here, definitely. And not even critically, but just, listen. But just listen to what your mind is telling you. If your mind is telling you something is up, there's probably something up. Or start to peel at that a little bit. But anyways, that's basically all I had to say today. Wasn't really too much to bring to the conversation, but I really do just wish that everyone stopped talking in circles and kind of touch on the points that people are actually bringing up in your threads. What a cesspool online is. If you liked the video, feel free to subscribe. Also, feel free to check out some of the other Acolyte content that I have on the channel, as well as anything else on the channel. Feel free to check it out. Feel free to smash the like button. Really just help out, push the channel out to other people, to new friends. And yeah, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and I will be in there hanging out and would enjoy the discourse. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.